they were completely wrong, or there's been a big drift compared to the plan. The milestone chart early this year showed, I believe, 4 or 5 aircraft making their first flights in FY09, and in fact, only one has. So what are you doing differently to get this program to pick up from where it's been historically the slowest flight test program ever, to the point where it's the fastest, and do that in a year?
I think it would be fair to say that there were delays in the production process that caused us to get to the point where we do have now aircraft that are either soon to finish production and or on the production line. So 2 years ago it would have been speculative on how many aircraft and when they would be on the flight line. Now they're not PowerPoint, they're real aircraft, and they'll start flying soon, or they're already flying. I'll let Eric just talk to some of the challenges that we've had on the program, working through production, and why we're over the hump, particularly with these test aircraft.
And what the GAO and the Joint Estimating Team have discussed with us, in a very transparent fashion, indicates, a couple things. One is, some of the parts did not come in as fast as we wanted them to. Number 2, some of the engineering was not released as quickly as we wanted it to. Number 3, some of the production did not happen as fast as we wanted it to. And you take that in context now, we are coming over the hump of engineering change, and we have artifacts that show that. We dialogue with that with the Joint Estimating Team and the GAO. In fact, the GAO is on target to come out and visit with us at the end of the month and review those artifacts in detail again. The supply chain, we have deployed 47 supply chain managers out to some of the key suppliers, and they are helping us turn around the performance of our key suppliers. And in terms of coming down learning curves on the aircraft, we are achieving ship-over-ship improvement in how the aircraft come together. One of the notes that General Moore had at the beginning was we made a philosophical shift of keeping the aircraft longer inside the factory rather than moving them out the flight line. We are 3 times as efficient inside the factory than we are out on the flight line, because you don't have the tools, you don't have the trained mechanics out on the flight line that you do inside the factory. So we've swapped that philosophical. We're holding the aircraft until they're at a much higher state of completion before we roll them out and send them out to the flight line, so you can quickly get them to first flight and quickly get to the ferry. Now, you did have one comment on the fastest flight test program ever, the 12 flights per aircraft per month. That's no faster than any of the legacy aircraft. If you go back and review, and we just did this with Admiral Gaddis, what did they do on F-18? About 12 flights per month per aircraft. We're not planning something that's vastly different in terms of sortie accomplishment rate to the future than the legacy aircraft have in the future. And I think that also correlates with the data we had on the F-22. We were 11 or 12 flights per month per aircraft there also.
Yeah, I prefer not to look over my shoulder about production problems that we did have, and more inclined to say, where are we today based on where we need to be and what do we project based on that. And that's why I can say we will get the 12 aircraft out to Paxton and Edwards, and we will start flying those aircraft and exercising the systems. The jury will be out. My expectation is to rapidly get up to that 12 sorties per month total. We'll talk a year from now and they'll say, I told you so, or I'll say, see, I told you so.